because I heard there might be some reporters here tonight from Seattle, I brought a script, and I'm going to stick to it. Before I get underway, I'd also like to mention that there are at least two other Hall of Famers that were not mentioned earlier this evening, and because one of them sits on my audit committee and the other on my compensation committee, I thought maybe I better mention them to you and introduce them. Two of Oklahoma's most popular elected officials of all time, Senator Don Nichols and Governor Frank Keating. Well, good evening. I'm grateful to the Heritage Association for including me in this year's class, and especially for the opportunity to join this year with my good friend Clay Bennett and Seattle's favorite son these days. Thank you, Breen, for your generous introduction. During my childhood summers with our extended families in Minnesota, you were always an inspiration to me. You loved big wooden boats. You enjoyed martinis most afternoons, and you possessed a sense of humor that was as dry as your martinis. I remember this, of course, because you even named a boat the Dry Martini. Thank you for your friendship and counsel over the years. In thinking about this speech, I really wanted to acknowledge many people who had helped me along the way. It became clear, however, in preparation for this, that I wouldn't have time to mention those dozens of people who were involved in my life. So instead, I thought what I'd like to do is give 3 bits of wisdom that I've learned along the way. The first involves a bit of luck, I suppose, and that is choose your parents well. And if you've ever met Joe and Carol McClendon, you will know that I made a good choice. From my father, I learned the value of hard work and doing the job right the first time. Dad has been an excellent role model for my brother David and me through the years. And today, Joe McClendon is my roving goodwill ambassador. And if you haven't had lunch yet at Pops or Chesapeake, your time is coming. From my dear mother, Carol, I learned the art of conversation and the importance of education and leadership. At the University of Oklahoma, my mother was a top student and was also president of her beloved Kappa Kappa Gamma. She was also very careful with money, and her thriftiness has paid dividends in many ways through the years. Most notably, her father gave me money to go to Duke University because my mother did not spend all the money that her father gave for her college education. As a result, I was able to attend Duke. There I met Katie, and my life was forever changed. Mom, I probably could use a lesson or two in thriftiness these days. My second bit of wisdom is found in the Oklahoma State motto, Labor Omnia Vincit. For those of you without the benefit of a fine Heritage Hall education like I possess, that's Latin for labor conquers all things. I believe these words capture the most important part of success: outwork the competition every day in every way. Speaking of business, I would like to recognize tonight Benny Shanker and my uncle Aubrey Kerr Jr. for providing me with my first jobs in the oil and gas business. Without these gentlemen taking a chance on me many years ago, I'd probably be a staff accountant buried somewhere deep in corporate America in a cubicle. In addition, I'd like to acknowledge the inspiration and financial assistance that have been provided to me by 4 industry legends, and they are John Kirkpatrick, George Kaiser, Boone Pickens, and Robert Hefner III. I also wouldn't be here without Shannon Self and Tom Ward. Shannon has been my most trusted advisor for 20 years, and Tom and I have been in business together now for over 25 years. In 1983, Tom and I met as competing landmen. We quickly realized we had much in common. We were both very competitive, very stubborn, and very short of cash. Since then, though, it's all worked out for the best, and I appreciate Tom's friendship and I admire and respect his considerable personal and business accomplishments. My final pearl of wisdom is simply this: the key to a happy life is a happy wife. It's, as every guy here knows, it's really just as simple as that. Most certainly that's been the case in my life. Katie McClendon is the most remarkable person I have ever met. Her intelligence, her beauty, her charm, style, sense of humor, and loyalty to me and her children make my wife absolutely unique. Her joy for life is unmistakable and contagious, and Katie's radiance lights up every room she has ever entered. Katie's also been a fabulous mother to our 3 children, Jack, Callie, and Will. Kids, you have become independent thinkers. You are hard workers, unassuming, and kind to others. I'm proud of you, and I thank you for the great many joys you've given us, as well, of course, the occasional adolescent challenges that you have provided us through the years. As we celebrate Oklahoma's centennial this year, I look back at the state's humble beginnings and reflect on my own family's humble beginnings in this state. I especially recall that my grandfather, Aubrey, was born in a one-room, windowless log cabin in Ada, Indian Territory in 1900. As I look around me today, 107 years later, I see a present-day Oklahoma moving forward with accelerating momentum, and I'm proud to be part of the progress. And as I look into the future and dream about all of the great things that we and our children can accomplish in the next 100 years, you can count on me to help make those dreams come true for Oklahoma, as Oklahoma has made my dreams come true in return. Thank you.